Hey, Jeff Howard here at Kiteboarding.com and PKS, and a lot of people have been asking about the Kiss loop. So I've been making this system, and the thing that you have to understand is I make it because I want to ride with it this way. I want the ease and simplicity of a lock-in type loop, and it may not be for everybody, but the deal is you build up your bar. We've been testing it, we've been putting it on the water with a lot of riders, and we're getting some really great feedback. So what I want to do is show you what comes in the package, how we set it up, and how it kind of gives you some ideas of how you might want to set up your system. So the whole reason behind it is keep it simple. We want it so simple. All we want is a simple connection like this that you can hook into a loop. Now I use mine for surfboard riding. I use it on the foil board. I just like how clean the system is. So here's one of our loops. You can see this one's been used quite a bit. It's got the pin here, the slide release, and it all comes as a system ready to go like this in the package. So on this one, if you look at it, it's got a little pigtail here on the T-pin. This is made for a leash. I've got some of my guys who want to attach their leash here just in case they bump the release like everybody. A lot of other chicken loops, you can hit it, bump it for whatever reason. If it gets released, we've only had it a couple times in a lot of times of riding, so we're kind of feeling that out to see how that works. So if you want to keep a leash on there, here's a pigtail. It comes in the package. You can put it onto the T-pin and hook your leash here if you want, and then you have your final release on your leash. I personally have a leash, short leash on my harness, and I have a small clip like this, the small carabiner, and I simply put it just out in front of me on the line itself, and that basically stops up against that loop just in case I do bump release or whatever. So that's how I do mine. A couple of the other guys, as I said, have used this pigtail, which works great. Put it into your system. It's in the little baggie. It comes with it. So again, it's very simple to hook up. That's the Kiss system, and it releases like another chicken loop. It's all push away, which is pretty much standard in the industry, which keeps everybody as safe as possible, but allows you to release it and quickly connect it and everything else. So what I want to do is show you how the system is set up. This bar here, a standard out to the stopper. So it comes with a little stopper. This one here is one of my older systems, and the knot underneath here has tensioned down and gotten nice and tight, and the stopper ball sometimes slides down. But the way that it comes in the package, it has one with a set screw in here, so you can lock it off against the nut and it won't slide anywhere. So this distance here from the chicken loop or the Kiss loop down to the stopper, I averaged about 24 inches is a really good setup. This one is probably about 22. I use this on some of my really small kites, my 5 meter, my 6 meter. If I was going to go up in size, I'd go out to 24. It basically allows the kite to completely really depower down when you throw that bar out, and it just goes into no power at all and just falls off to one side. So it works that way. The main thing here is the way that the sheathing system works. This interlocks back into itself, as you can see here. It's all threaded through the spectra here. It's got a double fisherman's knot, and when you simply pull on this, this slides in, and that is a sheathing system. And it works really well. The downfall is trying to, if you know what line to pull when you're out on the water and your kite's over to the side, you can pull this easily and get it back out. But the thing is you can see the distances this one has. Sometimes I'll get out there and I want to change the position where the kite depowers along the line, and I'll reach up, grab this knot, and when everything is under tension, this will slide in and it will not slide back out. We have not had one slide at all. This is threaded in about 3 inches. So this is one of the systems, and you can see my front fly lines connect directly into the stainless steel loop that comes in your package. If you need us to make outside leaders to work on a bar that you have, let us know. You can see here I've got knots coming out of the bar. I made simple leaders, and then they connect underneath the floats, and I can adjust for that. Everything is an even line setup. So from the ring, from my leaders, they all reach out here, so all of my fly lines are exactly the even line setup. And that's sheeting all the way out, loop back just a little bit to give you some space, and I do everything even. Again, this is a custom setup. You build however you want. You'll see this pull line here. This is what I use on my foil kites. This is connected in between my leaders and my fly lines, and I simply can pull this as my brake on my chrono to back the kite up, to relaunch it or whatever. And I use this all on my inflatables. I just leave this hanging there so I can do whatever I want with whatever kite, fly this bar on any of that system. So I want to show you how that works. Here's another one I want to show you. This is a really super ultralight one that I built. Changed out the leaders on the side that have the adjustable knots here. You can do so many options. It's amazing. This one is out to 24. This one does have the lockdown stopper, as you can see here, and that keeps this ball from sliding down. But you can adjust this distance however you wish. Whatever kite size you're flying. This one is a 24, works with about every single kite that I'm flying out there. I've flown this on foil kites, 9 meters. I've flown this on my inflatables, my 5, 6, 7, 8s, no problem at all, and had plenty of D-power. So if I threw the bar out, this thing definitely just shut down and just the kites fell over to the side. You can see this does have the leash connection here. This one's been used a lot, been tested a lot. Built it out of an ultralight bar. So you can tell it's very simple to build these systems. Again, it's an even line setup. When I pull the chicken loop back a little bit, you can see all 4 lines, fly lines, are exactly the same length. I like to have that little bit of space when it's out, because you can see how close you can get it to you. Let me show you one other one real quick. This is one built with a cam cleat. So it's the same thing. It comes in this package, but it's got the knot here at 24. You buy a cam cleat, you put that into the system, so now you have a cam cleat sheeting out here. This is one of our guys here at the shop that likes to have that cam cleat out there. I like it simple, but it's all personal. That's what's a great thing. So this is what will come in the package. It's got the Kiss loop in here. So here's your loop. And all of the knots with a stopper, this will be set at 24, just to give you an idea of where you want to put this stopper. The knot will not be tightened down, so you can move it if you wish. If you want to make it shorter or make it longer, you've got plenty of line out here to use in a cam cleat, or you can put it through the ring here and do it the system, and I'll show you. It's got the wire to feed this back inside of itself, and then it's got a pigtail, so you can connect it into the T-pin if you want a leash connection, or if you don't want to put it out in front on the line. So I want to show you how this goes together. So this knot is at 24. You'll want to undo this knot, slide it through your bar setup. If you have a swivel out there, connect it through the swivel. Whatever it is, whatever bar or lines you want to connect this up to. It will come with this stainless steel ring. This is what I connect my 2 front lines to. So what I'll do is I'll show you here. So there's the knot. And then you're going to take this ring, put it through. Here's the wire. So you'll want to separate the braid, and you can mark this if you want. About 3 inches, 3.5 inches will work fine. Again, we have not ever had these slip at all. So you feed the line, this wire up through the line. Keep dividing it. Bring it out at about 3 inches. Take a little pigtail that's on the end here, that's on the end of the line. And you don't want to take that off till you're done building your system and you figured out your length and everything. Then you work this up through here, and then get the distance of how much sheeting you want out here. So there's my ring. There it is. Put it back inside of itself. Now when it's back inside of itself, I come up here and I do a fisherman's knot. So you're going to wrap it around. There's that. So you'll put your thumb up through here or a finger or something. This makes it kind of easy. You can do 2 or 3 times. It's all up to you. But once you get your loops and you pull it back through, it'll make a nice sized knot on here. And you can see you can even make this bigger. Some guys have made 2 knots, so they have 1 to grab and 1 as a stopper. You will always want a knot here just in case if this slides, it cannot ever go through, or you pull it too far or whatever. So you want to make sure that you do have a knot in there. But when you slide this down, this just locks off onto itself. Again, if you push back on this and pull the line, it easily slides. So you can set the system up however length you want. If you want less sheeting up here, make it simpler, or you want to add more to it, or put a cam cleat in the system. Again, it's all up to you. We're kind of leaving it open just so people can come up with their own ways and ideas. We just wanted a simpler loop to attach to, just like this. You can hook it into any kind of loop or ring or the bar on your harness. You don't want to hook this into a normal hook. On the hook itself, you want to hook this permanently through one of the stainless steel bars connections so it does not come loose on there at all. But again, you simply put this around the bar or a loop on your harness, lock it down, and that's it. That is the Kiss system, and if you have any questions about how to put it together or would like to see some pictures, we're going to put more up, definitely let us know. It's a great little system. We've been doing the testing on it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call here at Kiteboarding.com.